Hey there, Audra here. Who doesn't love talking about color trends and what we're going to see? And that's what makes this time of year so exciting because so many, or pretty much all, of the major paint companies have picked their color of the year for next year, 2024. And interestingly, when I did this video last year, a few of them were very much aligned on kind of red, pink toned colors, undertone, which was kind of unusual. And again, they're equally aligned on something completely different this year. So that is when we need to take notice. So in this video and this post, I'm going to walk you through 5 huge, I think, color trends we're going to see in 2024 as evidenced by the colors of the year picked by each one of the major paint companies. So are you ready? All right. Quick side note. I am doing a very free trends workshop next week where I will be talking about, we are going to vote on our favorite paint colors picked, but I'm also going to talk about design trends, new design styles, staging trends, and business trends that affect the design and staging world. And I think we can all agree the world is moving very fast right now and business is moving fast. So I have a lot to say on all of those subjects. It's going to be a very fun workshop and I hope you could join me. The sign up link is in the post. So you need to go below. There's a link to the post where you can sign up for that free workshop and join me. It's always a lot of fun. Okay, let's get to those 5 big trends. Number 1. 2024, we're going to be big on blues. Now, I know blue is almost like a neutral these days. It has been big. Who doesn't love blue? There was a time when we didn't, but when you have 4 major paint companies pick some form of blue, you really have to take notice. And it started with Benjamin Moore picking Blue Nova. Now, careful with this color because it has a violet undertone. So if you are going to use it on your walls, make sure you test it in every light because you may walk in and feel like you have a purpley space. If you're not a fan of that, you may not want to use it, but it's a very rich blue. They partnered with an aerospace company called Blue Origin to come up with this kind of dynamic space-like blue, and it's a lot of fun. Then the second big paint company, Sherwin-Williams, picked a completely different but another form of blue called Upward. And this color is very light and airy. It is very kind of pastel-like, and it's kind of a very light color of jeans. And what I think this color would work really well in is just a soft, tranquil bedroom space or in coastal homes. You can see in Sherwin-Williams color photo there. That's kind of what they were kind of going for. The paint company that picked a form of blue was Valspar, and they picked a Renew blue. It's kind of got a little bit more of a blue-green undertone, so it's kind of in between those two, but yet another blue. So we have to pay attention to the fact that you have 4 paint companies, the 4th being C2, picking Thermal, another kind of pale pastel blue. They say it's kind of energizing. I think it's kind of calming, but I'm seeing a little bit of a theme here, obviously. So big on blues for 2024. You're very safe to go blue in all your design, decorating, and painting. Second big trend I'm seeing, and you can kind of see it from these colors, is pastels may make a comeback. And now this is kind of something a little bit different. I haven't been talking about that much compared to the next 3 trends that we're going to talk about. But welcome back 80s, right? Remember when everything was pastel? And that we can evidence by the Sherwin-Williams that I mentioned, their pale blue Upward, but also Sherwin-Williams HGTV color of the year, which is Persimmon. So it's kind of a bold choice. Now, last year, the HGV Home by Sherwin-Williams color of the year was everyone's favorite in the Trends Workshop. So it'll be interesting because they went a completely different direction this year with this Persimmon, which might go actually pretty well with the Upward Sherwin-Williams, 2 kind of pale pastel colors, but very energizing. So we'll see if that trend becomes a fad or if it really takes off. All right, third trend of the year, as evidenced by Bear's color of the year, and this one has been trending. Their color of the year, Cracked Pepper, and the trend is really the dark and moody side of our design and those contrasting colors, because if we're going to have all these lights and pastels, you kind of need to contrast with this dark, these rich, deep colors. I'm a huge fan of it. I really like the cracked pepper. I think it's kind of a muted, rich, dramatic color, and it helps to balance. And especially look at this photo done by Erin. I love this design. She's balancing those light colors with the dark chocolate on the walls. Fourth trend that I think we're going to see, as evidenced by Glidden's color of the year, and that is a warming of the neutrals. Remember, guys, we went through the Tuscan brown trend, then the gray trend, then the stark white trend, and now we're ready to warm up those whites with more kind of honey beiges, and you're going to see more of that in the future. Designers kind of warming up the spaces. So Glidden's color of the year, Limitless, is kind of a buttery neutral. And so it's just kind of moving us from that stark white trend. We always tend to rebound. Now, remember, trends overlap. Trends last 10 years. So we're still overlapping on a lot of this, 8 to 10 years, I should say. So we'll see how much longer this one, which has been trending, can keep holding. And finally, the last two paint companies picked some form, and this is my fifth big trend that we're still going to see trending, and that is our earthy greens. We are still in the COVID comfort mode. We love earth and nature, and their two color choices, Dutch Boy Paint of the Year picking Ironside, very rich, earthy green. This has been trending, will continue to trend. I think green will be trending for quite a while. Still is. I've kind of called that a couple years ago. We're still doing it when you have two paint companies picking it. The second paint company was Graham and Brown, and they picked Viridis. I probably am not pronouncing that right, but again, it's a really rich, muted, earthy green. All right, so those are my 5 color trends we're going to continue to see. You're kind of in the safe zone, I think, in most all of these, the pastel one being kind of a reach. We'll see. And tell me what you think below in the comments. What did I miss? What do you think is trending? Those are the ones, the biggies. And I hope to see you in my trends workshop next week. See you in the next video.